Hi, everybody. I made a recording while we had our WebEx tonight, but the sound did not come through. So I'm actually going to do a screencast-o-matic video to walk you through the module in case you didn't get to hear all the information or in case you weren't able to make it. So this module, we're looking at families at risk. And our course learning outcomes focus on looking at similarities and differences between cultural groups and how those cultural groups and issues can affect our interventions with families and our interactions with families. So weekly activities this week include the data catcher, which will walk you through not only what's in the videos, but what's in the chapter readings. The videos this week are some great Connect videos that focus on China, who's a teacher in a classroom, and her concerns about Aaron, a 4-year-old in her class, and his father. You also get to hear from Aaron's father about his thoughts, so it kind of gives us that dual perspective. The reading assignment this week includes some great chapters in our textbook, in addition to an article on the website colorincolorado.org, which has fantastic articles for working with bilingual families. You'll also have a chapter PowerPoint to review and some video clips that are included that have some fantastic information I think you will really enjoy. After you've completed your data catcher and have talked with peers in your learning community, there's also a different assignment than some of you might have done in the past, where you're going to be talking families through IEPs and doing that in a non-traditional way. So whether you choose to record using some kind of video mode, like the video settings on your phone or an iPad or tablet, I'm also recommending that you use the same software that I'm using right now, Screencast-O-Matic, which is a free screen capturing service that will allow you to upload a video to YouTube very easily. To use Screencast-O-Matic, you can do what I'm doing, use a PowerPoint to show the key parts of information, or use a Word document that you've created, and then talk families through that and then upload it. You can include video and Screencast-O-Matic or not, depending on what you want to do, but I find it to be very user-friendly. So I answered several questions during our WebEx, but if you have additional questions, please let me know and I am happy to answer those. So I'm going to escape from that PowerPoint for a second and going to go in to the app that we talked about, that Screencast-O-Matic, and I will post the link for that in the announcements this week. I've downloaded it to my MacBook Air and use it as an application, but you can just use it from the website. The features of that to me are important is A, it's free, and B, it's free. I'm all about that. And the fact that it's very easy to upload those videos to your free YouTube page. And if you haven't made one in the past, it's really easy. When you go into YouTube, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a way it tells you to create your own page. Families seem very comfortable with YouTube, and so getting a YouTube link is very accessible as opposed to sending families a PowerPoint where they may or may not have that. They may or may not have a desktop computer anymore, and they might not be able to access a video that way. The other option that you can do if you would like, there is an app called EduCreations, and I love it. If you've never used EduCreations, it is fantastic. It's basically a whiteboard app, and you put it on your iPad or tablet, and you can upload into EduCreations, into your app, videos, PowerPoints, you can pull in pictures, and then it's a whiteboard that allows you to, as you can see in the corner, it allows you to record your voice and what you're doing on the screen. So this person is drawing Lewis and Clark's adventure, and then it will, when you finish the video, ask you what you'd like to do with it. So you can get an embedded link, you can send it to Facebook, you can send it to Twitter, to a bunch of different sources. EduCreations is a free link, and then it also lets you add your own web page where you can store all of your videos. So it's a great free tool that you can use for this project also. I'm going to jump in to the IEP video rubric and walk through that just to give you an idea of the project. So the key to this IEP project is walking parents through IEPs in very simple parent-friendly language. So you're going to talk to them about the first section in the IEP being a place to talk about their child's strengths and what their child's areas of need are. Avoid using acronyms like IEP. Avoid saying the PLAP, the PLEP. Talk them through what each section is and what each section means to them. Also, within that video, it's really important to talk to families about the fact that they are a part of the IEP development, that their voice matters, and that we want them to share their opinions, their thoughts. At the very end of your presentation, or in a separate document if you would prefer, you'll provide just 2 to 4 paragraphs that explains why you chose to write up what you did or to share in a video what you did and what you will be doing with that information to share it to parents. So how will this video be helpful to them? How will it influence their understanding? And what in this video will be useful if a family doesn't speak fluent English or have communication skills that are below average level, if you suspect a family member has a disability like a cognitive disability, or they don't have access to technology, what might you do differently? So your video doesn't have to be done in Spanish or Arabic, but you just want to address in your 2 to 4 paragraphs, if I have a family who speaks a language I don't speak, this is what I might do, or this is what I might try to find to help them access the information. The last 2 parts of the rubric are just to make sure that your video can be viewed by us, so it's either smaller than 300 megabytes or it's a video link to YouTube or some other website. Some of you might be comfortable with Vimeo, which is a free place where you can upload videos. You can also upload videos to Facebook if they're short enough. So, however you can get it uploaded with a URL is absolutely fine with me. And we also want to make sure that your communication and your writing are professional and use people first language and respectful language in terms of diversity, cultural differences, language differences, and families' risk factors. If you have any questions at all this week, please let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll be posting an announcement that includes information on the fact that our Module 2 survey and the Learning Communities discussion boards have been extended so that you have plenty of time to do those. So those activities for Module 2 will be due at the end of Module 3 along with your Module 3 activities. I hope you have a fantastic week. I look forward to talking to you.